bigger events here.
It'll be interesting to see who takes home this initial game one. I think it's going to set the tone. And we're starting off with the good old classic triple nair loop into up air.
Yep. And this
55.
is something rm8's seen a lot. rm8, a Wi-Fi warrior turned offline player here, coming in from Canada. I believe he's from Edmonton, funnily enough. And if you want a bit of a statistic here, Goose, no single player has played more tournament sets than rm8 has.
And it's by like a lot. I think
it's by a lot.
I think he like breaks the Smash GG if you try and load his results because there's too many.
You don't break PG stats though, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, absolutely. Whew. Nair off of ledge. And rm8 is having trouble landing right now.
Yeah, and see, that's the issue. Generally, Ike is a pretty rent-free landing character, you know, because he's got that nair to cover himself. He's got really good hitboxes, but now you're seeing that Louis Money's like, okay, I kind of know what the game plan is. I'm going to take advantage of it to the best of my abilities. And Ike being that heavyweight character that we know he is, definitely getting tossed around like a sack of potatoes right now by these nairs.
And Louis Money literally clipped rm8 with one ending hit of nair and converted it into that 68%.
Yeah.
That's really scary to have to deal with.
You miss once against Palutena, you're eating a heck of a punish, especially at these lower percentages. So we are seeing him opt for a bit of a low recovery route. I think he's a bit scared of Palu counter. That's why he's opting for the quick draw more often.
Makes sense. And you're just seeing Louis is just able to kind of weave. Oh, a little bit of spaghetti there, but able to just kind of weave in and out of the options rm8's trying to put out there, and then finds that back air off to a really, really commanding start here. And rm8 is going to have to figure something out here, or maybe just kind of start thinking frankly about a game two. But hey, shutting me up there for a second, lands a solid back air to take the first stock.
And he nared him out of the uppie as well. That's no jump on rm8. And there's a counter on the uppie. He has to air dodge, but he's going to make it back off of that. rm8 still living, but again, immediately getting punched with a nair back air. Off stage yet again, has the quick draw. Going to make it back to stage again, but man, Louis Money is relentless with this aggression right now. Yeah,
and there's just he's just kind of playing with his food right now in the back air off the side. Yeah, there's just there's just nothing you can do as Ike. It's like Ike has a lot of great options, conversions, power, but off stage, pretty linear, pretty punishable, and especially for someone like Palu who has that back air at their disposal, it's just not a whole lot to do. Just a pretty simple flow chart.
Yeah, and I was just about to talk about rm8's preferred stages. He loves these long, flat stages, and it doesn't get much flatter than FD. No platforms to contend with at all. So you're going to be seeing him land on the ground a lot with that nair, one of his favorite options. And it's not hard to see why. That move sets up for so much of Ike's kit.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after they kind of, did those like it wouldn't be a buff or a nerf. They kind of changed how Ike worked a little bit in terms of how the nair converted. Because it used to just be nair up air the character, and they were like, maybe it shouldn't be, there should be some other options. But even with that being said, still very much relying on that to get a lot of the kit started and working for you.
But he's looking for his options in, and he is going to get a cheese spike to start things off.
That's a bit of a cheeky one there. And we'll take those.
Yeah, a rare miss there from Louis Money, and he's going to be paying the price for it. rm8 on top of it right now.
And he's got to be feeling good. Now, I wonder if the game plan kind of shifts to a more defensive game. Like, if you're given that opportunity to be in that stock lead, make Louis Money aggress on you. But, I mean, I guess, what are Ike's out of shield options? Like, I mean, against a character like Palu.
Yeah, but you can tell he's getting a little bit frustrated right now, though. You see a lot of head shakes, even when he's hitting him, too. Maybe he's just trying to get himself in a rhythm right now, trying to get his adrenaline pumping, and you know what?
The quick shot right in front of him. He just didn't do anything with it.
Yeah. I think Louis Money's right now trying to put those explosive flames there, try to catch rm8's timing, or at least try to stifle him in to where he wants him to go.
All right, they're taking it with the dash attack on the neutral get up to take that stock. And really, so only working with a 62% deficit.
Man, I'm seeing a lot of parries there for Louis Money, too. Look, Nair's a really hard to contest move if you just let it hit normal shield. If you parry it, it becomes a lot more manageable. And there is a lot of Louis Money punishes coming your way. And all of a sudden, the lead is nearly back in his favor, and it is now.
Able to just get back to stage with that quick shot. But yeah, just doesn't seem to have an answer for the Nair, which is ironic given what people say about his play style.
Hey, man. You got to learn the tools of the trade, or they might be used against you.
Absolutely, and we're seeing it right here.
Dash attack not going to kill despite the high rage. That move also got buffed recently in the Ike rework from a couple patches ago.
Right.
But you want to talk about strong up airs, man. Palu, hers is long, wide, does a lot of damage, even if you get all hits. And if you don't get all hits, it still kills.
Yeah, exactly. You really only need that last hitbox there. Oh, and just out of range for the up air, which would have killed.
rm8 playing scared right now, man. Stuck in the corner.
Yeah.
Has to keep going for these quick draws, man, because these uppies get punished so easily. I mean, dash attacks, hard to stop.
And I didn't even know that, like, I mean, clearly the matchup knowledge, and Louis Money is so comfortable going for those dash attacks into the up B, timing it perfectly. Although, you know, bringing it back here, 83%, plenty of, there's still some time to work with. Yeah. Although that's quickly disappearing as I speak.
He can't make that back.
Yeah.
Nope, a little bit too low. No jump off stage. And it's Louis Money going up 2-0 in the set. Counter pick is going to be in rm8's favor yet again. He's got to reverse 3-0 if he wants to stay in winner's side.
Yeah, and that is quite the hill to climb against a player like Louis Money. But you know, at this level, when you're fighting to get out of fighting to, you know, keep your winner's side bracket going, you've got to just also think about, you know, just conceptualize your bracket performance. And you're like, well, if Louis Money is who ends my winner's run, you can't be upset about that, right? You know, it's losing to one of the better players in the world. So, got to focus right now. Going back to FD.
Yeah, I don't disagree with this pick. Honestly, the issue just kind of lies in the fact that Louis Money's pushing him off stage so often, so easily. If he has that ground underneath him, he's going to do fine. I got a couple of up tilts coming his way, but Louis Money, again, putting this combo back in his favor.
Just kind of, and just those empty nairs just getting punished. Like they were kind of at ghosts there for a second, not really on shield or on target, and Louis Money gonna capitalize on that.
Yeah, Louis Money, nice air dodge to avoid the forward air as well. Has to throw out.
Yeah. Nothing he can do.
I guess he didn't have a jump there.
Yeah, I was interested. I wonder if he like accidentally jumped right out of the throw.
Well, looking for potentially a grab here or a nair. Neither one is going to go in favor of Louis Money, but he gets another parry on that nair. My God, and another one. These parries are the thing that are giving Louis Money such a definitive advantage, man.
He's started to figure out this is the rhythm that you try and nair on my shield, and unfortunately, nair, once you kind of figure out the rhythm of it, not the hardest move to parry.
Yeah.
And just capitalizing off that. I love that cute little jab one walk back. That was kind of funny.
See, the hard part is that Ike doesn't really have any fast grounded options. I think the best he could possibly do is like tomahawk up B or tomahawk grab. But, you know, that's insinuating that Louis Money drops his shield. And he catches that roll perfectly with an up smash. Lingers, does a lot of damage, very, very big. And rm8 a little bit worse for wear here on his last stock, potentially of winner's side.
Yeah, and it's interesting how Louis Money is able to mix in those incredibly powerful smash attacks where, you know, incredibly punishable, and you don't want to use them very often, but it seems like every time they do come out, they get a stock. Good on rm8, though, with the, you know, the edge guarding tool that's pretty legit. Neutral B, not bad.
Strong two-framing option. And honestly, I don't see a lot of Ikes go for that as often as I see rm8 go for it. And it usually works out. He's been getting his timing very consistent offline with that. Especially against teleport characters, man.
Yeah, definitely especially good against teleport characters.
Looking for an up B, but he is going to get
caught.
Intercepted, yes, sir.
rm8 kind of slowing the game. He was slowing it down there for a little bit, and it seemed to kind of be working in his favor.
Down throw up air. Classic combo, Goose.
All right,
then again, he needs to land.
Yeah, it's just tough because his game plan is predicated on just being in the air and landing with nair. But it's like that's what's causing him all the problems.
Yeah. And it's his tempo as well. Again, he's very set in stone with how he wants to play, what he wants to hit you with. But you can play the same way and get very different results just by how you time things. If you time yourself the way your opponent expects you to, like you are against Louis Money, the parries are going to come a lot easier. The air dodges are going to become a lot easier. But if you mix things up and you go for other options, that's when things get a little scary.
And he's actually, I've noticed he's working in some of these F-tilts now to try and change it up. But... Oh,
back
that's
throw
it.
should be
back throw should be, yeah.
That's rage, back throw, right at the